But is it like starting now? Because it's still on live?
On live? Yeah.
Still on live.
Yeah, it's live streaming to everyone. Rory's waving to all her friends, right?
A lot of times we go through an actual timed warm-up. I don't think we'll do that tonight. And then when we do our mat time, the only thing required is pyramid, and then they do anything else they feel they need to do so. And then after that, we'll probably run 2 full outs tonight, and we'll play it by ear after that.
Okay, I'm still on live.
Yeah, right now.
Wait, turn on the TV, I want to see me. What?
From the time I was really little, I spent more time with my feet in the air than on the ground. Like, my parents would get so annoyed because I do handstands and cartwheels all over the house. So they signed me up for like high school clinics and stuff like that. And then in the 5th grade, I started cheering with my school. Fell in love with it, all I ever wanted to do. And then in the 7th grade, my mom brought me to a tryout here. We weren't sure about it, but after my first year, I was set for like the rest of my cheer career to be here at Champion.
Oh my God, Heat is back! It's so good! I'm telling you, it's so good, and that's exactly how she felt. The goosebumps, the Heat is back. It's so good. I love y'all. It's so good.
You're in my very first vlog. You're there.
How'd that feel? Great!
Hey guys, Soul 6 just went and we did so good, hit 0 for like our first comp ever. And I gotta come back later for heat, but hopefully that's another great routine. And now I'm gonna go home and take a nap because I have. Someone said, how did it happen? So this is a good one to start with.
You know, it's interesting because we do pride ourselves here at Champion in teaching kids different leadership styles. She leads by example always. Super hard worker. And unrelentingly unshakable and positive. You know, one of those kids that it's like, does she ever have a bad day? You know, sometimes. Like that close to 100% consistent with her positivity. So as far as leading by example in that regard, the work ethic and the attitude is top notch.
No, you didn't get it. You didn't get it.
Yes, I did.
No, what did you say? When I think I can't do something, you know, when something hits me that it's like never gonna be the same, that I'm never gonna run or jump or dance or tumble the same again, and then I have to like tell myself, no, you can. I thought that I'd never be able to do a line dance again. I literally was talking with my dad one night because at a football game, all my friends were doing a line dance and I sat out because I didn't think I could do it. And then the other day we were doing a line dance and I was like, I'm just gonna try it. And I did it. And it may have taken a little bit of a learning curve, but I was doing it again with all my friends and that was super fun.
Around this time last year, NCAA was the last competition you competed at, is that right?
Yes, this is bringing back lots of old memories. I literally cried all the way through warm-ups, cried up to backstage.
An athlete with pain in their leg, you know? So it was like, can you go? You okay? Yeah, okay.
Wiped my tears off, went onto the mat for 2.5 minutes, hit my routine both days. My coaches were carrying me off the floor afterwards, And
then I remember her being in near debilitating pain after we went and us being like, what is going on?
I couldn't stand it. My tears were running down my face, makeup was ruined. I can't explain what it was. For a while I thought it was a pulled muscle, but it did end up being a blood clot, so. We rushed to urgent care and then they sent us to imaging, and then that's when they found out that there was a really decreased lack of blood flow to my foot, and they told me to get to the emergency room.
Nobody thought what did happen was going to happen. But when we were putting a fill-in in for like 2 weeks of work, we expected Brooke back the next week. The doctors were gonna take care of her, it was gonna go away and everything was gonna be great, because a young lady her age doesn't go through what she went through normally. So, but I remember getting the call or the text from Carrie, from her mom in Chicago, Like, wow.
Each part of that day was like denial, like full denial up until I was living that moment. When they told me to get to the ER, I was like, all right, well, I'll go there and they'll check it up and they'll give me a vitamin and they'll be like, you're fine. And then I got to the ER and they're like, oh, well, this is kind of something serious. You might have to stay the night. And then like all day I'm like, no, what? This is crazy. And then I end up staying the night. I remember waiting all day, like for test results, for everything, and they wouldn't tell me anything. And I just had to sit there and wait and figure, and like just imagine in my head what was going wrong, which was always like the worst possible thing. That was probably the hardest part of that day. I remember a doctor came into my room and he did some tests and he was like, do you feel this? Do you feel this? And I just be like, no, I don't feel anything. And then he has to talk to my parents in the hallway and he pulled them out. And then when they came back in, my mom was crying. I kind of knew where it was heading. That was a really tough conversation. Like, she said it and I just started bawling and my mom held me. And that was a really rough conversation, but I think I was still in denial till that phase. Like, until the surgery was scheduled, like I was in denial for 3 weeks in the hospital thinking, yeah, it's gonna come back, it's gonna be fine. And then when the surgery date was set, like it was finally decided 2 days before the surgery date was set, that was when it finally hit me. And there were waves of emotion throughout the entire stay in the hospital. So eager to get back on the floor. It took me about 2 months before I was able to get a prosthetic. And every single one of those days, I was just waiting till I could get back out on the mat with my teammates.
Today I am going to be getting fitted for my prosthetic and walking for the very first time in 3 months. I just got my sleeve for my prosthetic and we're about to fit it and do the mold. I'm so excited. Like, I get to walk soon. It's time to walk.
Good.
The alignment's perfect on it. You're just walking, and your body's kind of figuring all this out. The more steps you take, the easier it gets, the better it gets, the more fluid, and the more normal gait starts coming on.
Waiting till I could get back out on the mat with my teammates, I literally like stunted on my knees.
We're on break this week, but a lot of my teammates said they would come up today and stunt with me and help me like get into the groove again.
I was really scared that I would never be able to get back on the mat again, and I've had people tell me. There are people in the hospital who are like, yeah, you probably won't get back up to the same level you were at. And I had a PT tell me that I would never be able to tumble again. I'd like to see his face now.
Yeah. All we're asking right now and all y'all are asking right now is be the best version of who you are. No more, no less. Easy. You've done that many, many, many times, all right? Yeah? I have a question though. If you're giving your heart on the mat, who are you giving it to? To your teammates, all right? That's all. What's the best first impression? Being excited about who you are, all right? Don't forget that, okay? So let's go hit for each other, yeah?
The only thing keeping you from success is yourself.
Stick with it, give it your everything because it'll give everything back to you. This is truly an amazing sport with amazing teams. It'll give you friends, it'll give you experiences, it'll give you the most amazing moments in life.